What's up, undisputed reptiles? You guys wanted, so here it is. The blue Insularis. You guys wanted a more in-depth video on how to raise specifically young blue Insularis vipers. So that's exactly what this video is going to be all about. I'm actually going to be going into a little bit of a deep dive, showing you guys how I feed, showing you guys how I care for them. Hopefully that clears up a lot of questions that you guys had. If it doesn't, just hit me down in the comments, man. I will make sure it makes sense. What's up, undisputed reptiles? Welcome back to another fun-filled educational video.
All right, run it. Really. All right, cool.
Finishing the most sexiest king snakes, in my honest opinion, back here in the United States. I didn't actually get to the new additions. You know, we've got really parasite flush, no completely fresh substrate. I'm talking about this.
There you go.
Moss, the female also took, man. Now, isn't that freaking awesome?
Alright, so now that we're done cleaning, and breeding the species is 100% the easiest part. Alright, so let me first of all show you guys the setup. I use these simple Numoy tubs. They already come pre-drilled with a bunch of ventilation. And I have to say, these ventilation holes are more than adequate. So a big mistake people already make right off the bat is they keep all boreal animals, they seem to keep wet. Now, there's a big difference between wet and humid, right? So with these guys, I barely ever miss them. If I miss them twice a week, that would be a lot. If I miss them once a week, once every second week, that would probably be about the normal. But what I do is, you guys see over here, big water bowl, full water bowl. Every time I have a look at them, I purposely spill the water so that adds a little moisture to the substrate. Now, this little individual here is actually not mine. This is my good friend Bryce's blue Insularis little baby that I'm just caring for. Yeah. Now, blue Insularis can be quite spunky, I have to say. In comparison to any other Trimerosaurus, blue Insularis have to take the cake on spunk. I mean, these guys are all over the show. So let me show you some more references and examples. Let me just see which way is the right way. As I did mention previously in one of these videos where I covered these tubs, you need to make sure that they close the right way around, because otherwise, man, it can be quite. Oh no, sorry, that's actually my male. This is the male that I'm looking after for Bryce, or the female. I haven't actually checked, but here's my female. She's quite larger than my male. She just eats way more consistently. Even though my male does eat consistently, as you guys will see now, she just much sooner started to eat quite consistent. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of foliage inside my tubs, giving them a lot of visual barriers and hiding places to feel secure. This is a very important thing for any young snakes. Young snakes don't feel full of confidence. So in order to help them exert some confidence, you give them a lot of foliage and a lot of visual barriers. So if they don't feel too comfortable, they can actually hide out away from you. So when it comes to feeding blue Insularis, there's no real difference than to any other arboreal. You de-thaw pinkies in some lukewarm water. I obviously feed frozen thawed. It's the legal requirement for where I stay. So, all right, now when it comes to feeding them, the process is pretty much the same as any other snake. We never assist fed or force fed any of our blue Insularis babies. So we right off the bat went the whole tease feeding route. And I'm pretty much going to show you the success of doing that. So you want to tease them a little bit, get them a little bit annoyed. And then you end up with a beautiful bite. All right, now that I've got you guys off the camera stand, you should be able to see very clearly. So then you get that solid bite that's them actually holding. And then you really just don't bother them. You got to kind of leave them alone. And then they'll, in general, once you're still enough or you disappear, they'll start swallowing. And then that's it. It's really that simple. Now, as far as keeping these guys goes, it's actually really simple in regards to care. I got my thermostat set to 31.5 degrees, and my thermostat probe is directly on the heat mat. So, well, not on the heat mat, but on the heat track inside their rack, which gives me about 28 degrees inside the tub. So I just keep them at a 28 hot, 25 ambient, and that's it. It's really, there's nothing to keeping them alive. There's nothing to establishing them. Obviously, this was our first time successfully breeding them. We have bred the species on a few other occasions, but the babies came out all deformed and either deformed or they came out as sluggers. So this is the first clutch that is successful, but also our female is really nice and mature, and our male is also very nice and mature. So we give the success over to that because we didn't change much on keeping. But yeah, that's it. These guys are just really, really that easy. All right, and now the last little blue Insularis for this video. It's going to be this beautiful. Let me see your tail. Let me see your tail so I can make sure what you are. I think that's my male. That's my boy. Oh, miss. I'm going to go again. So this is what I was talking about with my male. He sometimes takes and sometimes doesn't. Usually if he skips the one, the next one he takes. Yeah, in general, I'm not really too fussed about it. They are Insularis. They are an ambush predator. So they don't really need to eat every second week. But usually if they do skip the second week, I just try the individuals that skipped again on the third week. Because a lot of times they're just not hungry. It's also a big mistake people seem to make with the boreals is they think every time they feed, the animals are hungry. But that's not in general the case. Sometimes you just got to accept that the animal just might not be hungry at that moment. But seems like at the end of the day, this dude is going to eat. So there we go. And there we go. Another full throat on his way to a full belly. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. As you guys saw, these babies are really, 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 really easy. Now, we actually do have one more pair available. So if anybody is interested, either you can hit us up on Instagram at Undisputed Reptiles. You can check us out on Facebook, also at Undisputed Reptiles. Or you can just comment down below and we'll get in touch one way or another. From Undisputed Reptiles, you guys know we love you. You guys know we appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.